Roseluck was taking care of a customer at her flower shop when she heard a voice. Hey, Roseluck, are you ready? Oh, Lily Valley. Yeah. Can you perhaps just wait a moment? I just had to take care of the customer first. Sure thing. Roseluck and Lily Valley are very good friends, and they had actually even made plans today to have lunch. And after that, Roseluck had just finished her work with the customer. She closed the store for lunch break, and they actually went to the restaurant where they have planned for to have their lunch at. They ordered some just a small meal and sat down outside since it was a nice day. So, how's business been going for you? Asked Lily Valley. Oh, it's going well actually. The summer's always the most busiest season out from spring. I mean, it's understanding. I mean, ever since you were little, you always loved flowers. Yeah, flowers was had always brought me comfort and peace. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's understanding," said Lily Valley. "So, what about you?" asked Roseluck. "Oh, you know, it's going well. It's just sometimes it's a bit slow, sometimes it's a bit, busy. Yeah, I understand that. It's always with the song business. Sometimes it's a very slow season, others may have a very increased customers, depending on what you're doing for type of work. Yeah, I hear you on that. So, how's your boyfriend? Asked Roseluck to Lily Valley. Oh, it's going well actually. He is out of town by the moment. He is in Manhattan, visits some relative, I believe it was. Oh, so how long is he gonna be staying there? I think he said about a week, and it has just been 2, 3 days since he left. Oh, I mean, you're missing him, right? Yeah, of course I miss him. He's my boyfriend. How long have you been dating, though? I kind of forgot about it. Oh, we have been dating for about 2 years. Oh, any plans for the future? Settle down, start a family. Um, I mean, we have talked about it, but I'm not so sure if we will do it, yo. I mean, not the moment. We have just been dating for 2 years. Yeah, I mean, you're still young, so yeah. And after they had just finished their lunch and they were on their way back to Roseluck's flower shop, suddenly Derpy arrived. Lily Valley? Yeah? I have a letter from you. Oh, thanks, Derpy. And Derpy left. Oh, who's it from? It's. Oh, it's from my boyfriend. Really? That's not unusual. Yeah, he doesn't really usually don't write me letters. Sometimes he just sends me a postcard. Well, I mean, do you think it was smash what he is up to? Yeah, let's see. Lily Valley opened the envelope and started reading the letter from a smile to a frown to crying. Lily, what's the matter? But Lily Valley didn't say any word. She just handed over the letter to Roseluck. And Roseluck started reading, and she couldn't even believe it. In the letter, it was from Lily Valley's boyfriend. She said, he wrote, Dear Lily Valley, when you receive this letter, I'm sorry to telling you that I'm not coming back to Ponyville. I'm staying here in Manhattan, and I have found my true love. I'm so deeply sorry to telling you this way. So, I'm so sorry, but I won't be back. Signed, your ex-boyfriend. He just suddenly just did that? Said Roseluck. She was disbelief that Lily Valley's boyfriend, now ex-boyfriend, just sent a letter to informing her that he won't be back, but then on top of that, he had found some pony else in Manhattan. She didn't even believe if this letter was real, like if it was genuine, or even part of a prank. But Roseluck said, if this is a prank from your boyfriend, it is a very cruel prank. But I really don't believe he would even prank this way. And none of our friends in Ponyville would even do this type of prank. Lily didn't say much in a word from that either. She just said to Roseluck that she had to go. She actually went home. Roseluck was very devastated for her friend. Since Lilly Valley and Roseluck had been very close friends for years, she had never seen her close friend in this matter before. And on the top of that, Roseluck had been in love with her best friend, Lilly Valley, for about 4 years. In that time, she hadn't even told any pony about this. But she just wished her the best for her best friend to calm down. And even so, after she found out about the letter, the contents, she didn't even see Lilly Valley for several days. After about a week, Roseluck went over to see Lilly Valley at her house, just to see how her best friend had been doing. She hadn't even seen her in a while now. She knocked on the door. At first, it was silent. And she knocked again. Who is it? Lily, it's me, Roseluck. Can I come in? Yeah, door's unlocked. She actually walked in and found Lilly Valley on the couch, still crying, or at least had cried. Lily, you have to snap out of this. You can't just be doing this for yourself, Roseluck said when she walked up to her best friend. It's easy you to say. You never been dumb like this. And you even had a boyfriend before. That's true. Roseluck has never dating any pony before. Sure, she had several close male friends, but not as even close enough to even consider it as a boyfriend. Ouch. You know that hurt, but you're true. That's true. I never had dating a boy before. But doesn't even matter. It doesn't even mean that I don't know how it's like. But I can't stand to see my own best friend like this. So snap out of it. How about this? You and me, we're going out tonight, have a dinner, just just the two of us. On my treat. I don't know. Come on. Do you really want to stay here crying non-stop for the rest of your life? Don't you want to experience new love? To find someone pony else to be with? Some pony that will treat you even way better than your ex-boyfriend did? There's always some pony else out there for you. Oh yeah? Who? I don't know. Some pony. Even Roseluck wanted to telling her best friend about her feelings, she just couldn't even bring out to say it. I doubt there's any pony out there for me, said Lilly Valley. Opa started to cry again, but then Roseluck realized she had to do something. Well, there is one pony that like you that way. Oh yeah? Who? It was silent for a moment. Me. Wait, what? Lily Valley sat up on the couch and looked her best friend, Roseluck, with a surprised look. What do you mean? It's true. I have been in love with you for 4 years. 4 years? But you never say anything about this to me. I haven't told any pony about it, okay? Another reason why I didn't tell you is because you were dating your boyfriend or your ex-boyfriend. And how would that make you feel if you had your best friend had a huge crush on you, even when you were in a relationship at the time? Do you think your best friend, me, would simply just telling you about that when you were already dating someone else? Do you think how would you even react? Presumably, at least, you would be in sort of conflict in your own mind that your own best friend confessed your feelings to you while you even had some pony. And before then, Roseluck said, "You know what? Let's forget about the dinner tonight. Perhaps it was just a bad idea." And then she just left. Roseluck actually ran all the way back home. She couldn't even believe that she literally had confessed her true feelings for Lily Valley. And even for the next couple of days when she went to work, that was the only thing that she thought of. She literally had confessed to Lily of her true feelings. But another thing is, despite the fact that Lily had not been confessed to, she never even went to see Roseluck at her house or at the flower shop. She wondered if Lily Valley was too embarrassed that her own best friend had just simply told her all about her true feelings. But one day it was a knock on her door, and when Roseluck opened, it was Lily Valley. She was standing there silently. "Lily, what can I do for you?" she said. "Can we talk? It's it's important." Roseluck nodded and let her in. She made some tea, and then Lily said that she had been thinking of what Roseluck told her, but Roseluck said, "You know what? You just forget about it. We can just move on and be just remain as friends. I know there's nothing like that would even happen between us. But, you know, I'm actually willing to try at least." "What?" "Yeah, I mean, despite what you told me about your feelings for me, I was a little bit confused, and I needed time to even to think about this, to, process it all, to see if there's any actual, you know, potential questions about you and me as a couple. If that offer about dinner tonight is still on the table, I would like to see that as our first date to see if this actually can work." Roseluck was actually quite surprised, but what had she had to lose? So they decided to go out that tonight, and they actually met at the restaurant about 5 p.m. At first, it was a bit quite awkward because they had gone out eating before as dinner, but before then it was just as friends. But now as an actual date. Since Lily Valley had quite experience of dating for quite a while, but Roseluck has no dating experience whatsoever. At first, it was quite awkward between them, but the awkwardness actually subsided quite quickly, and they started enjoying the dinner. And even afterwards, when Roseluck went back to Lily Valley's house, she even admitted that she actually had a good time. And Lily Valley, you know, despite differences on all of us, I'm actually had an amazing time, and I would like to be perhaps see you again as a date, maybe even more as a friends. Roseluck was quite surprised and even asked if Lily Valley was asking to be her girlfriend. Lily blushed but said yes, she were. Roseluck, she didn't even she didn't even deny it, and in fact on that same night they did became a couple. And after about a couple of weeks, every pony in town were now aware of Roseluck and Lily Valley's relationship, and they all supportive. But it all happened as between Roseluck and Lily Valley wouldn't even last that long, because one day, out of the blue, something would happen. Lily and Roseluck were on a walk together when they suddenly heard a voice behind them. Lily, there you are! Both of them turned around and saw it was a stallion. But this particular stallion, it was some pony that Lily Valley immediately recognized. It was her ex-boyfriend. What were you doing here? Uh, oh, I'm actually came back to talk to you. Oh, what about what? If you still love me, if you're willing to give us a second chance? A second chance? You had to be kidding me. Sent me a letter to telling me that you found some pony else in Manhattan and you were going to stay there, and now you had the audacity to just suddenly just show up here again to ask me to take you back? Honestly, there's no way for that to even happen. For two reasons. One, you left me, and two, I'm already dating some pony else by now. Who? You're looking at her. And then he saw Roseluck. What? Are you kidding me? You are dating her? Your best friend? Lily nodded and said firmly, you can never even imagine how I felt after you sent me the letter. It would have might have been different if you told me face to face, but you don't even have the audacity to send a letter to telling me how you suddenly just felt the urge to leave me. And now the thing is, we were together for 2 years, and we even were talking about dating, starting a family one day in the future. I gotta tell you right now, that is never gonna happen. So please, forget about me and leave Ponyville forever. I would never want to see you again, said Lily Valley firmly. And this caused quite an audience around them, and her ex-boyfriend tried once again pleading to take him back. But Roseluck now stepped in and said, you heard what she said. She didn't want to be with you anymore, so beat it. Please leave my beloved Lily Valley alone. She doesn't even want to be with you anymore, so please leave her alone. But that was the final way, or at least the final word for both of them, because that same moment, he just felt defeated. He turned around and left, and never even went back to Ponyville. I'm proud of you, Lily. You stood your ground about what he tried to do. I mean, I first thought you probably would take you back. You honestly believe I would take him back? No, not really. But just let's forget about him and let us enjoy our day. Yeah, you're right. From that day, Lily Valley never even heard or saw from her ex-boyfriend ever again. Because it was for the best. She didn't even like him anymore, and she didn't even want to be with him. After that, Lily and Roseluck had been dating for about 3 years. Roseluck actually proposed to Lily Valley at the restaurant when they had their first date. She said yes immediately. They decided to have a small wedding in Ponyville. Roseluck had asked her friend Fluttershy to be her maid of honor, and Lily had asked Derpy to be her maid of honor, and that Dinky could be their flower girl. They actually had a great time, and even at the wedding party afterwards, it was a really good time. And later, they actually went to Baltimore for their 2 weeks honeymoon. There, they had a great time with a lot of performance, just a lot of sightseeing, but overall, a good time. They were just happy be able to live with the one that they loved the most. And after being married for about 2 years, they wanted to start a family of their own. So they asked Twilight for help, if it was possible for her to help them. She was more than willing to help them. And Roseluck chose to be pregnant first. And she did actually become pregnant. And every pony was happy for both of them. And they learned they were having a daughter. And then the day came when the daughter was born. They named the daughter Black Rose. As a filly, she loved her family. She was very social and very outgoing. But as she was getting older, she entered a new phase, God style. But she still loved her family, even though she was a little bit quiet from her time, but she was still social. She even helped around at the family's flower shop, and one day she wanted to take over the business as her own, which her mom, Roseluck, was really happy about. Black Rose actually took over the family's flower shop when her mom retired, and she was happy to now running the place of her own. And one day she actually fell in love with a teacher in Ponyville, and they started dating and got married after 3 years and had two daughters of their own. 3 years later, Lily Valley had a daughter which they named Morning Sun. Like her mom, Roseluck, and her older sister, Black Rose, she loved flowers. Her dream was to open her own flower shop one day. And she did, because one day she moved to Baltimore to open a flower shop with her distant cousin, who were in fact a Pegasus. And one day, she even got married to a stallion who was working as a teacher in Baltimore. They later have two daughters and one son of their own. 3 years later, Roseluck had a daughter which they named Water Lily. She loved animals as a filly, and her dream was to actually become a veterinarian. And when she was old enough, she actually applied and was accepted in a veterinarian school. She later became a veterinarian and moved to Manhattan to work as one. There, she even got married to another veterinarian. They had been dating for about 4 years before they actually got married. And later, they had 4 children, which were two daughters and two sons together. 3 years later, Lily had a daughter which they named Daffodil Rose. She did help around at the family's flower shop from time to time when she was younger, but her true dream was to become an actor. And when she was older, she did took a lot of acting classes in Ponyville. She took the opportunity and actually went to Manhattan to work as an actress. At first, she only had small roles, or at least background characters in different plays. But one day, she was actually offered a big leading role. And she was really excited about it too. And eventually, she got married to a stallion who was working as a painter. And they actually got married after being dating for about 4 years. And they later have two daughters and one son of their own together. 3 years later, Lily and Roseluck adopted a son who they named Treasure Charm. He loved his mothers so much, and in fact, he even loved his older sisters. And there was only one thing he had in mind that he wanted to be one day: a royal guard. When he was older, he actually applied to the Royal Academy in Canterlot and was accepted in. And eventually he did become a royal guard and was transferred to Crystal Empire. Treasure Charm was really happy to have fulfilled his childhood dream to become a royal guard. He even married another royal guard after being dating for about 4 years, and eventually even had two daughters and one son of their own together. The very love and passion between Roseluck and Lilly Valley is unquestionable, unbreakable bond. Their love for each other was so strong. But despite what happened to Lilly Valley all those years ago, when her ex-boyfriend left her by a letter, it was an unquestionable that it was not something that she just could not accept at first. But it was also thanks to Roseluck that she came out of this depression. She was happy about it. And now she is really happy to be with the one she loved the most. And they were just happy. And they're happy to have 5 children and 16 grandchildren. And this is how Lilly Valley and Roseluck found a true love, got a big family together. The end.